Yeah, you know.
Get in there, boy.
Son of a bitch.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dose of Stos, presenting the Rivalry Podcast with my boy Joey. Joey, how we doing, man?
Man, it's Victory Monday, and it's supposed to be a happy day. It's supposed
It
to be a day where
is.
we celebrate, but it's also a day that comes with heavy hearts as Nick Mangold, one of the best New York Jets in team history, one of the best football players in the sport, and one of my favorite players and a favorite player of all generations of Jet fans. I mean, I got this hung up on my wall. It's Nick Mangold, and he passed away Sunday due to
I
kidney
know, man.
failure.
So
It
sad.
was very sad, and it's comes with a heavy heart that, the Jets' first win comes on the day that we have to lose such a loved and beloved player. So just a moment of silence for Nick Mangold and his family.
Yeah, man, it's so sad, dude. And like as somebody who was like a lineman growing up when I was like playing flag football and stuff, I loved Nick Mangold. Even though he was a Jet, like nothing against the Jets. It's just like obviously not my favorite team, but growing up like playing games like Madden, I'm sure you've played a ton of Madden growing up. He was always like the center I wanted on my like why am I forgetting what it's called? Not dynasty team, but
Ultimate
like
team.
ultimate team. Yeah, ultimate team. So I mean, he was such a great player, dude, an all pro, also a really cool guy. I've seen him on Barstool Sports a little bit. Honestly, just it's just so sad whenever you see something like that happen. And of course, like as a Jets fan for you, man, I know that's hitting home. And I'm just happy the Jets got the win, dude. That was sick to see them get their first win.
So there's a lot of different ways to bring this about because we can play, sports is just like another form of Hollywood. Sports is another form of entertainment. It's another form of cinema, you could say. I mean, what other place in sports can you find? Stos likes to say, "How can you not be romantic about sports?" And I
Hmm.
mean, it's true. I mean, the Jets were in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nick Mangold is from Ohio. He went to Ohio State for college, and it's just really kind of it really makes you take a step back and look at,
Yeah.
wow, that's kind of crazy that all these different avenues come to play. And it's my last thing I'll say about Nick Mangold is that the Jets fan base is one of the most divided when it comes to a lot of different things. It's really hard for the Jets
Hmm.
fans to come together and decide on something. There's always like there's always a lot of noise and there's always a lot of the Jets can't do anything right. Do we win? If we win, we lose draft picks and then we lose the first overall pick. If we lose, fans don't want to be the only team in NFL history to go 0 and 18, 0 and 17, to be
Hmm.
definitively you stand alone as the worst team ever. And it's for a fan base that has a lot of inner turmoil. The one thing that can bring everybody together is that you will not find a Jets fan who has anything negative to say about Nick Mangold.
I
And
know
it's
you
sad
won't,
that
dude.
and it's sad that it takes such a horrific loss to bring a fan base which root for the same team. It sucks that it takes something so, I guess, something so tragic to bring a fan
Yeah.
base together that already supports the same team. And I really wish it wasn't like that. But then again, I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's tough, dude. And I was just happy to see the Jets get that win. I mean, that definitely means something. And I mean, I don't know how you can't be romantic about sports and situations like that. I mean, we're talking about a team that has just had some really heartbreaking losses all season. And then for them to what was it, 1 point win, right? It was a 1 point win.
39-38, 1 point win. Aaron Glenn's
Yeah.
first win as a New York Jet.
You can't make it up, dude. You can't make it up. And
Man,
yeah, it's a super sad day for not just Jets fans, but NFL fans, sport fans alike. And it was sad for me too, man, because I can just tell he was a great guy and like football player aside, like that's what really matters, right? And you know, it's always sad when you see something like that happen.
Yeah, and I can sit here and say one of my favorite Jets of all time passes away, and that might not mean much to somebody. But when I tell you that that man was a husband, he was a father of four kids, that really,
Hmm.
when you take the sports out of it, a wife lost her husband and four kids lost their father, and he was only
Yeah,
41 years old. He was gone far too soon.
I know it's sad, man, and it really is. You okay, bro?
Yeah, we're good.
Dude, well, do you have any takeaways from the game at least? I mean, actually,
Yeah, man.
before we talk about that, I'm gonna play a clip real quick of former Jets head coach Rex Ryan just talking about Nick Mangold because I saw it on TikTok today, or I think it might have been yesterday, whenever it was, and it was just it almost brought a tear to my eye, dude. It was a really
It
sad video
did.
to
That
watch.
clip did bring tears to my eyes, but
Here it is, dude.
It's brutal. It's such a great young man. I had the pleasure of coaching him for all 6 years with the Jets, and I remember it was obvious I was getting fired. My last game, Mangold's injured, like injured, and he comes to me and says, "I'm playing this game," and he wanted to play for me. That's what I remember about this kid. He was awesome, and just way too young. I feel so bad for his wife and family. Rough.
Difficult day, obviously, for so many who knew and loved Nick Mangold, and you among those, and all of the Jets family, the Ohio State family is mourning today as well.
So yeah, just really hard watching Rex just tearing up on live TV talking about his center and how despite being injured in Rex's final game, he still wanted to go out there and play for him.
just the kind of man Nick Mangold was.
Yeah, man. Well, what are your takeaways on the Jets win?
Uh, is it crazy to say that we're going to the goddamn Super Bowl?
It's a little crazy, but hey, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Realistically, right? Let's just act delusional for a second. I mean, if
Hey,
you go you
if you lose seven straight, who says you can't win nine straight?
10 straight, right? Like it'd be 10 straight. If you guys win 10 straight, you're 10-7 and you're in the playoffs. So I mean, is it crazy to
Yeah.
say that the Jets season isn't over? Technically not. I
Hey,
mean,
man, I will say there was a lot of positive things to take away from this. Specifically, Aaron Glenn and the New York Jets organization. You get the monkey off your back. You
yeah.
won the game. You have a win. So now it's like, okay, you take a deep breath and it's business as usual. The team needed this win. For the crowd that wanted to go 0-17 and lose out, get the first overall pick,
Hmm.
you realize that that same crowd of people is the same people that say, hey, a rookie quarterback comes in here and we can win 10 games. There is no way in hell that you're winning, you're getting 10 more wins in a season after you win zero. You win zero games, that means you can't run the ball, you can't pass the ball, you can't tackle, you can't play defense, you can't play offense. And that means that the team is further away than anybody would have thought. And I don't think that's the case with this team. I watched the Adam
Hmm.
Gase Jets in 2020, which was the worst roster I've ever seen, managed to steal two games against two teams who were over 500, both had 10 wins, and were both playoff teams in the Browns and the Rams that in that season. So I don't want to say anything can happen, but these are the type of wins where, you take that deep breath, like, okay, it happened. The things that the Jets have been working on in practice work. The game plan works. You don't get 500 yards. You don't hold the ball for 33 minutes in a ball game, and you don't have zero turnovers, and you don't win by fluke, right? This wasn't
Yeah.
a fluky win. There has been games where the Jets offense puts up a lot of points like they did in week one. There's games where the Jets defense locks teams down like they did the last 2 weeks. I mean, your opponent scores less than 13, like 13 points or less in back-to-back weeks. Jets are the only team in NFL history to allow 13 points only and lose both games.
I know, dude.
So
You can't
there's been
make it
games
up.
where the Jets offense looks good and they put up a lot of points. And then there's games where the Jets defense in that same game, Jets defense
Mhm.
can't stop a nosebleed. And then there's
Yeah.
games where the Jets defense is stronger than the Great Wall of China. And then there's games where the offense looks like they're playing Pee Wee. So
Yeah.
just yes, this wasn't a perfect game. You don't allow again 38 points is a lot of points. But,
It is.
today 39 points was enough to get it done, and that's what the Jets offense did. And going into our bye week this week, there's a lot of good things to work on. Our schedule really lightens up with the teams that we face. The Browns are on that. The Saints. We play the Patriots twice, easy wins. We have the Falcons. We have the
Okay.
Jaguars. We have the Dolphins again. I thought you were going to let me sidestep that. But in all seriousness, the schedule really opens up and it gets lighter. And this is kind of where you see the team, you see Aaron Glenn's coaching, and you see the
Hmm.
development week over week. And I'm very excited to see how the momentum can he build. And I don't think it's like I'm looking at the schedule. I don't think the Jets, if the Jets end the season, it's January and the Jets have 7 wins. I don't think that's crazy at all.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying. I can see the Jets definitely going on a little bit of a run. Obviously, I think the playoffs is pretty out of the question just because I mean you're 1-7. It's basically impossible at this point. I mean, it is possible, but I just don't see it happening. But I do think the Jets might end up with a lot more wins than people are expecting. And look, I think Justin Fields, he showed up, dude. Like he's been getting a lot of criticism. I know. He's been pretty inconsistent. I think fantasy points aside, I was looking at his fantasy points the other day, and I think it was like dude was getting 30 points or like 4 points, like
Feast or famine,
consistently.
feast
Like it
or
was,
famine.
yeah. But I
And
mean, just
before,
yeah.
yeah, before we put a bow on the Jets, because it's been very green and white early, and I know we want to get to May Monday and Monday May and all that fun stuff. And but before we we have this is a shorter one, so before we transition to the last real big topic, I would like to say that one of my favorite quotes in sports is that miracles happen because somebody decided not to give up. One person
Mm.
decides not to give up, it starts everything. So if the Jets decide not to give up and not to punt on the season in October, like, listen, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the best stories in sports happen because somebody was on the canvas, boxing posters aside, somebody was on the canvas. The numbers were counting down. The ref was looking at you. He was counting down and he was asking you, are you going to pick up? Are you going to get up and go? And you decided you're not going to stay on that canvas. You're going to get up and you're going to fight. So are the Jets going to do that? I don't know. I hope so. But it wouldn't surprise me if they don't. But at this point, man, Aaron Glenn and the man that he is and the brand of ball he's trying to build, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets pick themselves up and start punching back.
Hey man, that'd be great, dude. And obviously, like, let's just say they went on a crazy win streak. I'd be upset because obviously that means my Patriots lost a couple more games. But at the same time, I think we could all agree if the Jets went on a little miracle run here, it'd be pretty cool to watch.
Be fun for
I
me.
Yeah, dude, it'd be a good time for you. I know you'd be real happy. But I
And I
do
don't
want to
know, but
jump. What's up?
I think there's a team that's currently on a 5 game win streak, maybe.
I wonder who that
I wonder
is.
who that I wonder who that is. Can you
The
enlighten
Denver
me?
Broncos?
Uh,
No, it is the Denver
this
Broncos,
isn't
but it's also the New England Patriots, baby. Come on now. Come on. 5 game win streak? What are we talking about here? Are we talking about the Tom Brady New England Patriots? No, we are not. We're
talking
talking
about the
about
Mac
the
Jones New
Drake
England Patriots.
the Drake May New England Patriots. We are out here. I didn't want to wear my jersey just because I was like, I can't be that obnoxious today. But you already know
Oh, if
it's
I can wear my if I can
Drake.
wear my Revis jersey after we get one win, you can feel free. Feel free to let it fly.
It's Drake May Monday, baby. It's Drake May Monday. So we are on a 5 game win streak. New England Patriots fans, Flight reacts. Everybody is super hyped right
Okay.
now. I had to drop Flight in there. I did last episode. I was like, might as well make it two in a row. Why not? Shoot your shot. Flight, if you're watching this, man, much love, dude. I know you're not watching this, but anyways, man, I think Patriots fans are really stoked about this, not just because of the fact that obviously it's a 5 game win streak, but it's like you're starting to get more and more confidence in the team, if that makes sense. I know a lot of people have been saying, the Patriots have a cupcake schedule, this, that, and the third, which they're not wrong. Like, I'll be completely honest, like, the schedule is garbage. But at the end of the day, like, you can't control who's in front of you. You can't control what teams you play. And I think the fact that the Patriots are facing up against uh, just teams that are inferior to them, I would say, but they continue to get the job done and get the win really does mean something. It'd be one thing if we go up against the Browns and we did come out flat, I will say, but it'd be one thing if we just rolled over and we lose that game at home to Cleveland, but we don't. We come out in the second half firing and we end up blowing them out. So I don't know what your thoughts are on the Patriots, but I think they're in a really, really good spot right now.
I think that every week the Patriots play just reaffirms my stance of I cannot believe the NFL let you guys get Drake May so soon.
I
Ugh.
can't either, dude. Honestly, it's kind of crazy.
Like,
Like,
of course, right? The one year that you guys have the third overall pick is the year that like there's two quarterbacks ahead of them that are
yeah,
supposed to be
right.
good, and then they just get the best one with the small sample size out of a basketball school. Like, are we serious, dog?
Out of a bat, dude. You're hilarious,
Are
bro.
we serious,
I know,
bro?
out of North Carolina. And then to top it
Bro thinks he's
off,
Michael
like
Jordan. Like, what are we doing here?
to top it off too, like Bill Belichick goes to North Carolina, and that's a whole another ordeal for another day. I don't even know what's going on down there anymore. But
Nothing.
yeah, nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Uh yeah, a very you know what is happening is a very widened gap in a romantic relationship. That's happening down in North
And
Carolina.
how could you not be romantic about sports?
Yeah, dude. It's just so funny, man. Um,
uh,
but yeah, I
UNC,
mean,
if you're watching this, please do not sue.
but yeah, dude, Drake Mays looked really good. I think the offense is starting to pick up. The defense looks really good. One of the best interceptions I have seen in a long time, that one-handed pick. It was like a
Mhm.
50-yard bomb, and the Patriots somehow are able to reel it in. And I also want to roll this clip because I couldn't believe what I was watching when I saw it. It's nothing crazy, but like there was this little flea flicker that the Patriots ran, and it resulted in a first down, and it was just such a sweet play. I was like, am I watching the Patriots right now? I was like, it reminded me of just I don't know. I was just like, this is crazy, dude. It's kind of a fever dream, if that makes sense. I'll be honest with you. Like it's
Fair
just
enough.
so because like yes, did I think the Patriots were going to be good? I did. Like I had them going 10-7 at the start of the season. That was my prediction. But now it's looking like 10-7, dude. Like that's the floor at this point. If they go 10-7, I feel like they really took their foot off the gas.
Just show the clip.
Yard run, longest so far for the rookie. And here's an option back to May, who's going to throw and catch made. That's Matt Hollins down to the 20.
Yeah, man, I thought that was a really crazy play. Quite honestly, it wasn't anything like too insane, but it was just cool seeing the Patriots get a little bit out of their comfort zone. I know Myles Garrett, I think, had like 5 sacks or something. So Will Campbell really had his welcome to the NFL moment. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm happy the Patriots got the dub. They're 6-2 now, second in the AFC and first in the AFC East, man.
As long as the Bills don't win, I don't care.
Oh, really? You'd rather see us take the division?
I hate the Bills. Can't stand them.
Okay. You know what? That is growth, man. That is growth. Joey, that is some
We're
growth
a
right
big fan of personal development on this podcast. We might not spend money on the equipment, but we spend money where it counts. Internally becoming better people.
there. You know what? I love that, man. You're really in your like monk, you're in like your monk phase or something right now.
The Jets get a win and I'm enlightened.
Hey, would love to see it though. So do you have any like player of the game for the Jets, man? That was
I
crazy.
do. I gotta, you see, everyone's just like, oh, it's Brees Hall because he had 3 touchdowns, including a throwing touchdown. No. Oh, it's gotta be Justin Fields, the way he bounced back, and all the noise, including the Jets' own owner.
Mm-hmm. I know that was
But
crazy. I'm not gonna
but like
lie.
no, the guy I want to highlight specifically is if you followed the Jets last year, we had a receiver who wore 18. His name was Mike Williams, right? You know Mike Williams, big. He was a big receiver for the Chargers for a
Former
while,
Charger. Yep.
former Charger. Well, if you bought a Mike Williams jersey, you don't have to get rid of it because the Jets have another number 18 Williams on this team right now. His name is Isaiah Williams, and he's been in the doghouse. He got in the doghouse earlier this season for Jet fans, but in a game where Garrett Wilson was out, you know, everybody knows Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson was out. Love Garrett Wilson. I love Garrett Wilson. And in a game where your wide receiver number 2 was out as well, Josh Reynolds. They were looking for somebody to step up. And, Justin Fields will get his flowers for blocking out the noise and putting together a great game after getting benched. Well, Isaiah Williams, the Jets returner, and I got the stats in front of me because I was a big fan of the way he played. 26 and a half yards per kick return,
Okay.
12.7 per punt return. Special teams is a huge part of this game, and Isaiah Williams was a difference maker in the return game. Elite return numbers. And then on offense, he came into this game with zero catches, zero runs. He came in with 0 touches on offense. He leaves with 4 for 56. He had 3 catches and a run. And you might think, why am I talking about someone who has 4 touches on offense? It's because this is the coaching and this is the stuff
Yeah.
that I'm talking about with Glenn. It is, can you bring the guys on the bottom of the depth chart when your number 1 and number 2 receivers are out? Who's going to step up and make a play? Breece Hall had over 130 total yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a great day. But it's who was going to step up outside of Breece Hall. And
Hmm.
I specifically wanted to highlight Isaiah Williams because this is a guy who had no expectations on offense and was not showing flashes in the return game. He was an elite returner on Sunday, and he came in, and every time he touched the ball, it was a big play. Over 10 and a half yards whenever he
Yeah.
touched the ball on offense. It was big plays by guys on the bottom of the depth chart, and that's coaching. That is coaching up the guys on the little things so that when their number is called, when the games count, they can come in and make impact plays. And the deeper your roster is 1 to 53, the better you're going to be as a club. And I expect to see more stories like Isaiah Williams on this team that are going to showcase each week about this Jets coaching staff, which has gotten a lot of slack because of the record, finally getting the chance to showcase what their tutelage on the players on the roster. And I think it'll be something really important to see.
I love that, man, dude. That's some deep ball knowledge you just
That's some
dropped on all of us. I love
that's
that.
some ball knowledge right there. And
That's some
hey man,
yeah.
maybe we get an unsung Jet each week. Who knows?
Hey man, that would be pretty cool. I'm happy that the Jets got the win. Obviously, super stoked the Patriots got the win. I do want to talk before we wrap up this shorter episode a little bit about ASU football. Before we do that, though, prayers up to Cam. Really, really sad to see what happened to him, dude. Scatabo. I mean, what was it? A dislocated ankle, right?
Yeah, people are gonna look back on it. Like remember when 2025 October Scadaboo was the best player in football for 3 weeks?
Yeah,
And
bro.
he'll
Scat
bounce
pack.
back and he'll come back and Scadaboo's game never relied on speed. He was never a speed guy. He was always a physical down and dirty grit, physical toughness guy. This isn't the kind of injury that'll affect his style of play. I'd be more worried if hypothetics here. If Chris Johnson popped his ankle and popped his Achilles and he can't run as fast
Yeah.
anymore, then you'd be a little worried. But
Hmm.
speed was never Scadaboo's game. He was deceptively quick, but Seattle will be just fine. It sucks for the Giants because the
Yeah,
Giants
it's a
doesn't
bummer,
really
dude.
it doesn't seem like the Giants ever get any nice things either. Maybe it's just New York, man. Who knows?
You know what I've noticed, dude? I call that man Scatabo, called him Scataboo. I mean, I hear it all over the place. I hear Scataboo. What do we know what is actually the pronunciation?
Yeah, I looked it up, and phonetically the way it's pronounced dog. Okay, dog.
That's a good clip right there. Are you clip farming?
I might be Aura farming dog. I don't know.
Dude, that I might have to see if maybe somebody on TikTok will make a little edit of that.
Ah hell, this is the No Money
But
Spent podcast. We can afford to pay people.
oh no, we're not paying nobody. I'm just hoping maybe somebody will do it for us.
Hey, best clips
Uh
26. Best clips 26.
But yeah, man, ASU with the tough loss. It kind of sucks because it's like we didn't have Jordan Tyson, and then Sam Levitt has to exit the game. And it's just like, man, like what could this ASU team have done if they were healthy all year? And obviously, like you can say that about so many teams in
Yeah,
history. And it's
that's one of
like
the
it
big
doesn't,
questions,
yeah.
and
We'll
that's
never
what it's.
know. It's just a
We'll
bummer
never
because
know.
at the end of the day, obviously, this team's goal was to make the college football playoffs for a second year in a row, and I think it's basically impossible now, right? Like I don't know how they're gonna make a Big 12
the
championship appearance.
The Big 12 is apparently one of the best conferences in football out of nowhere, but
It doesn't
They're
shock me, dude.
currently what is they fifth or sixth on the standings. There's
They're
a lot of
sixth.
teams ahead
Yeah,
of
they're
them.
sixth.
There's a lot of teams ahead of them who are playing really good ball, and
I
all the
know.
teams ahead of them are ranked now, which is ridiculous. But it's it would take a historic collapse from more than one team for Arizona State to be back in this conversation. So at the very least, it'll be a productive win-loss season, and they'll be in
Yeah.
their bowl game, and
Hmm.
it'll be a productive season on paper. But I'm sure Dillingham and the fans themselves will know that this team fell short, and they got dealt a bad hand. But you know,
Yeah,
you
it is
play
what
who's
it
on the
is, though.
schedule when you play them. So
Yeah, that's how sports are, man. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. I hope you guys got your dose of Stos, and I hope you enjoyed the rivalry podcast featuring my boy Joey as per usual. We will have another video out for you guys sometime this week. We'll give some updates on our picks for the NFL this weekend. We'll talk some more basketball. We'll also jump into a little bit of the World Series. We want to talk about some of the World Series, not right now, but in one of the next episodes.
we'll talk about the World Series when the series is the world.
Joey said it perfectly, guys. I mean, come on. Does that not make sense to anybody? But yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode and we will catch you guys again. Signing out. Peace.